Hey, how you guys doing today? Welcome to Ajax Production. I am your host, Eniola Ajax, and we are back with another amazing episode. On today's episode, we have an amazing guest with us. We're trying to do something different. This is the Hippie Hour, so we're trying to, spice it up a little bit. And we have an interview with someone we've worked with before in the past last year in the Metaverse. We've had a lot of experiences together, a lot of bonding moments in the Metaverse. So it's cool to see you. See you in real life for the first time, actually.
I know. Listen. I have not went on live with a lot of people. Like I could count on this many fingers how many people I actually have talked to outside of the Metaverse. So you're the first interview. So
that's wonderful. That's wonderful. So no, because we want to learn from each other. The goal is to get the knowledge that you're learning over there in the Metaverse and see if we can cross over to real life people as well. Because at the end of the day, you guys are doing something really amazing over there in that space. So let's highlight it and let's see how we can go from there. First of all, I want to say Happy Women's History Month. That's honestly,
thank you.
I didn't know. I mean, it's become a big thing. In the recent years, and I'm just happy to see that women are getting that space, that prop to elevate their themselves as well. You know what I mean? Especially in this harsh world that we do live in. You know what I mean? But how are you? How's your Women's History Month going so far? Anything eventful?
Listen, I've been enjoying it ever since February. We bounced from Black History Month to Women's History Month. Right. I'm living the life. This Women's History Month, I have noticed that it's been more like the visibility of it. More and more people are coming out and, celebrating it and stuff. Even in Horizon Worlds, I've been to a lot of events, women events and stuff, and it's just been exciting. So yeah, I'm loving this year.
Right. Honestly, I feel like this is the first year it's actually been public, or we've just been doing it and it hasn't been this big. You know what I mean? But I feel like I care so much, and I guess I use this opportunity to appreciate the women around me, and you're one of those women. So I'm happy.
That's so nice.
So I appreciate you for coming, and let's get the show started. Today we just want to. I want to have a cool chat. We just want to conversate and see where our minds at. We haven't talked in almost 6 months now. So a couple of months.
I haven't seen you in a hot minute. It's been a lot. I think it was before I went to Iceland. That's the last time I saw you.
Type of thing. I just had to take a break. I had to go heal.
I understand.
Yeah. So I just used that moment to just gather myself together. I'm now getting back into the flow of things again, and that's why I'm doing this interview with you right now. So
listen, when I say I get you, because the Metaverse is fun and exciting, but sometimes you have to step away, step back and enjoy the real world.
Yes.
The real world is beautiful. So yes, I get it. I get it.
I mean, and funny thing is that the real world is also updating every day too. There's new things coming along. AI just came in, that's impacting the real world. Even more, and it's gonna happen to the Metaverse. So I'm just excited to see where technology leads us as we go into the future. But let's stay in the women's. Let's start with the women's history.
Yes. I told y'all I could talk.
Before we get to the Metaverse, let's start with the Women's History Month, right? So you do run a business, right, yourself? Correct.
Well, do I have an actual business? No, I work.
Okay,
but will a business be coming in the future? Yes, it will. So stay tuned to that.
Amen. I encourage you to get that started as soon as possible. The sooner the better. You never know. Another pandemic can come. You know what I mean? And that blessings can pour in your lap. You never know. So what has been your experience in a negative? My bad. What has been your experience navigating the tech world so far, especially going into the Metaverse and things like that, as a woman?
I mean, I guess when it comes to tech wise, I'm not really, at least I didn't think I was that big into tech. When I got my Oculus, it wasn't because of I'm in tech, I want to know about the latest virtual reality. I got my Oculus because I was bored one day. Me and my friend was like, let's get this headset. I don't know. I had no expectations coming in, zero whatsoever. But as I started as I started navigating the space, I was realizing like, hey, hold up now, this is interesting. So now I guess the metaverse has gotten me interested into the like kind of somewhat into the tech world because now I'm joining groups and stuff. But like I want to know more like beyond Horizon, like beyond all that other stuff. But like what virtual reality can do for the future, like where it's going in the future. So with that, I have met a lot of amazing women that, you know, they think the same way. They're just as ambitious. And like, you know, we're trying to, you know, we are all of us that take part of the metaverse. We are the pioneers of this space.
Right.
And, you know, it really do means a lot. Like what we're all doing in Horizon, VR chat, all these spatial, all these apps, we are setting the groundwork for the future. Like, you know, it's kind of slow right now, but trust and believe, give it another 5-10 years. I'm telling you, it's going to be everywhere. So, yeah.
Right. You know, no, you're right. Because I was talking to my partner, you know, and I was talking about how, like, I felt like Mark maybe jumped too far, too fast with the announcement. But then again, I think it was a strategic plan because honestly, if he didn't do that, I wouldn't have got into it. You see what I mean? So at the end of the day, I feel like it worked out to bring people in. But then, of course, the bubble was gonna pop eventually because you know NFTs. You know, I mean, nobody's talking about NFTs that much anymore. Crypto is kind of like, you know what I mean? So, but eventually, I know it's gonna bubble up again. So now it's time to, you know, double down on your knowledge on it, understand it, and, you know, see how you can use it to benefit yourself in the future. You know?
Most definitely. It is definitely the future, you know.
Oh, for sure.
We all see it because we're all on it and we're trying to build in it. So we're just laying down the foundation for when the masses come. Like this, it happens with everything. You look at Instagram. When Instagram first came out, it was only for Apple people, and it was taking pictures of your food. Now look at what Instagram is. So it's like that's how I view virtual reality. It is in its infant stage. So just give it a few more years and stuff, then it's gonna be amazing.
Especially when AR gets into it, the mixed reality, you know, features and stuff like that, but it's gonna really take off, or people are it's gonna get to more people adopting the, you know, the technology. But my real question is, has there been any difficulty, I guess, in the space as a woman right now? I mean, what difficulties do you see in the space right now as a woman?
Difficulties. I haven't ran into any, knocking on wood, so far when it comes to being a woman, because I just give praise to these amazing women out here that are like doing their thing. Like I've seen so many women out here start businesses, like, and they promote their businesses, have shows, start companies, and just be like the headliner with like a lot of these apps and stuff out here. So when difficulties like being a woman in these spaces, no, haven't really seen it. Because like I said, the women are dominating in like all these apps, Horizon, World, VR Chat, like Alt Space, RIP. Like we have been dominating.
Wait, what happened to Alt Space?
Alt Space is gone. Alt Space left this month, RIP. Wow. So Microsoft basically did away with their whole little virtual reality, you know, stuff. So yeah, it was nobody else gonna be left to run oversee everything. So it's gone with a heavy heart. Alt Space is gone.
Wow, that's crazy. That's really crazy. I didn't expect that to be the
Me neither. Because Alt Space was actually my original home. I didn't start off in Horizon. I started off in Alt Space. So it was sad to see it go. Like tears.
I'm sorry to hear about that.
Back. Back to the interview.
We have a great spot now. So before we get back to it, let me do a good, you know, clean up the room real quick. How you guys doing? Welcome back to the Hippie Hour with Ajax. I'm talking to Purple Platform right here. Purple Platform is a person I met in the Metaverse space. She's doing her thing down there. You know what I mean? You know, everybody's is trying to figure it out. But she's here to basically just, you know, educate us on the space and let us know what's going on and how we can also benefit from what's going on in there. Like she said, it is slow right now, but it's faith. I feel like it's having that faith and having that, like, the right mindset.
Oh, trust me. It's gonna go up. It's gonna go up. I have faith in it.
For sure. So how do you think we can encourage more women to pursue careers in STEM, like to get into the space? Let me say that, to get into the space. How do you encourage more women to get into the space?
Advertising yourself and like advertising all that. Like, you have to get the word out there. You know, whether it's through social media, through word of mouth, like, as with anything, you have to make it known. Like, so I would just encourage people to, like, if you have an event, if you're a woman and you're throwing something or you're trying to start something, advertise it, put yourself out there, and like have your friends, you know, talk about it too. Like, just word of mouth. I feel like.
Nah, that's wonderful. That's a very good answer. That's a very good answer. So what advice do you have for any, like, young people, young women that want to, you know, get into the space, if that makes sense? I guess we already addressed that. Young women, I mean, what advice do you give a young person that's trying to get into space?
I would say, you know, be yourself, for one. Like, be genuine. Like, you know, the weirdos are the ones that change the world. So be yourself. And, you know, if you have a dream and a idea, that, like, the beautiful thing about the metaverse is it's like the Wild Wild West right now, and like it's not limited. It's just how do you say it? It's like your imagination. I'm over here getting tongue twisted and stuff. Like, you know, you can make the metaverse what it is. So, like, if you have an idea, go for it. You know, it may be times where you get tired of it. I say take your break, because mental health is important. But, you know, get back at it and get into it. Because, like I said, a lot of women in these spaces are like dominating across the metaverse. And, you know, you never know what your work might do. It might help somebody, it might inspire somebody. So keep pushing. And no matter what nobody say or whatever, if you have this vision, keep doing it.
Keep going. I like that. That's really that's a good advice. Just keep pushing. At the end of the day, things are gonna be hard. Life is hard anyways. Like,
exactly. You might as well try.
Right.
You know, if COVID ain't teach you nothing else, you might as well try. You know, like, just do it. If it fails, it fails. If it fails, learn from it, make it better, and move on.
Nice. I like that. So can you speak on the importance of celebrating and preserving African culture in the modern world, in our world today? Like, because I know you have a show, Diaspora Talk, right? How's that going?
So I finished up season 1 last year. Season 2 is in the works. Because of, you know, the whole alt space going away, it kind of threw everybody through a loop, because the show was originally on alt space. And so I've been like battling between, you know, is it going to Horizon, or, you know, now that Spatial's out, I think I'm saying that right. But I like what they're doing over there. So I was talking to my production team that just early. I was like, that might be the move, or I might do both. So I don't know. So, but yeah, I am definitely, season 2 is in the works. I have some good topics for you all, so I cannot wait to like have these conversations, because it's gonna be it's gonna be good conversation. And to answer the second part was talking about you'll have
like
to
celebrate African culture more than
so when it comes to, you see, African, I don't know if I can speak on African culture, because you know, I was African American. I can speak on that, but the whole purpose of, you know, the world that I have in Horizon and Diaspora Talks, the show in general, it was to bring all the people of the whole African diaspora together, because, you know, if you turn on the internet, on TikTok and stuff and Twitter, you'll see these diaspora wars. Like, I don't know why this became a trend lately, these little stupid diaspora wars. Everybody from the continents fighting each other, but it's like we all one people. So I figured out the common, but the reason why this is happening is because we don't know each other's history. We don't even know our own history.
No.
At least I can speak in America.
You're right. You're right.
We do not know our true history, so therefore, how can we? It's like people in Africa think that we're thugs and this and that. And then people in America think Africans are in huts and this and that. And it's like, and that's not true. Like who told both these groups this common? So it's like we have to unlearn a lot of stuff. So the whole purpose of, like I said, diaspora talks and Spirit of Amani is just to educate. Plus I want people to be proud of who they are and stuff like that. So
No, that's
what I've been doing.
That's really good. I mean, I guess you're doing your own part to bring everybody together, because at the end of the day, we have to tell our own story, because assuming to like wait for somebody to tell our story is kind of stupid, because at the end of the day, they're telling their story and they're telling it the best they can ever tell it. So why don't we tell our story too? We do our own research
and tell it right. Tell it right. That's the biggest thing. Telling it right.
You're right.
You see what's going on in Florida. They're trying to stop books and stuff like that. But history happens, and what I tell people, you have to take history at its good and its bad. If it's bad, learn from it. If it's good, learn from it. So even if the history is bad, you still gotta talk about it, because we overcame it, and that's what makes us who we are now. So yeah, I'm just doing my little part to help us move us to the right path.
Got you. So I guess, how has your background helped you influenced you on your work today? Like, how is your past, how is it influencing your work today?
It most definitely influenced it a lot, because I went to a HBCU in North Carolina. HBCUs matter. Yes, I went to a predominantly Black high school too, so it's like I've always known that that pride has always been in me, and I love it, because it's like I love our culture. I think it's amazing. We have so much influence on the globe, not just in America. Like, we have so much influence on the globe, and it's like that's something to be proud about. And it's just like, growing up, I've always been taught to be proud of being Black and just knowing your history, even where we come from prior to coming to America. And I feel like, because I also went to school for history too, so that's another thing. So because of all these elements, I wanted to bring it into the metaverse. So it has definitely helped me in the metaverse, because Lord Jesus, it's a lot. It's a lot.
No, you're right. I mean, like I said, we need the knowledge, we need the education. We need the knowledge. And all your experience, your past experiences, kind of build up to who you are, and help you move forward into the future and things like that. So in what ways can we work to promote diversity in the culture? How can we encourage people
talking about it? We have to talk to each other, and this goes like beyond like the diaspora, just people in general, like all races and everything like that. Like, in order for us to understand each other, we have to sit down and learn each other's cultures and come with it with an understanding, like wanting to learn instead of being like judgmental. And I feel like we could be so much better, because all these cultures are rich and amazing. So we just gotta be willing to like learn, and also willing to teach too. But teach to a certain extent. Google is free sometimes, but we should still be willing to teach, because some people really don't know, and we can't fault them for that. I feel like now in this day and time, we're so eager to just point the finger and be angry and upset and want to blame somebody, but sometimes we have to take a step back and just realize, okay, maybe I can handle this a different way, or this and that. Yeah. Just be willing to teach and learn, basically.
That's Good, very, very good advice. That's very good advice. So what are your thoughts on like okay, so you know Afrobeats, right? You listen to African music, right? I guess what are
Hmm.
your thoughts on it, like on its journey so far through? Because I remember a time where I mean it wasn't accepted. You know what I mean? And it's getting to a point
Exactly.
it's getting accepted and is dominating now. So what are your thoughts on the shift in African culture, worldwide?
I love it. I love it. As a, it's, what they say, representation matters. And I'm so happy that Africa is on the map now.
Mhm.
I mean, they've been on the map for one. Let's just correct that. But I'm just so happy that they're like the lens is on them on a global scale, and like, and it's coming, and it's not just with music, with their policies and all that stuff. Like, they are changing up, and I'm so happy, and I love to see it.
Mhm.
And I can't, I'm only on the outside looking in because, like I said, I'm African American. But just to see, like, I feel like, with these through music is how I learn too. So it's like, listening to because I've been listening to Afro beats for a while. Like, I know it's just now became popular, what was like, well, globally. Let's talk about it globally. When I say popular, I mean globally, like 2020, 2021. But I think I started listening to Afro beats when I was in college. And
Mhm.
I was, what dang song was it? I forgot the name of it. Um, it was a group. Bracket was the name of the group.
Um,
Um,
peace.
I forgot the name of the song, but I used to listen to that song. Like, I was playing it back to back to back,
Chop,
and then hold on, sing it again. I
chop my money, chop my money.
I know that song, but
But
that
that's
ain't
that one.
that ain't it.
All
It go
right.
like this one's is Mama Africa. That's the
Mhm.
song by Bracket.
Got you.
That's the
No
song
bracket.
I like. I
I know
love
bracket.
that song. When I say I overplayed that song, it's a shame. So then, as like, I love music in general. So
Hmm.
whenever I find something, I like indulge in it. So of
Right.
course, if you listen to one thing, then more and more artists start opening up, and that's how I start like learning who all these other artists is, and then just the different genres, because it's like Afrobeat.
Hmm.
That's only one type of music, like genre. I wish people would get it right. Just it's
Hmm.
well, people in America. It's not.
Stop. I know you're enjoying the show, but we gotta make time for our sponsor. Our sponsor is Ajax Production, also known as Ajax Pro LLC. Ajax Pro LLC is a digital marketing company that helps businesses transition from traditional marketing to digital marketing. If you need help with that transition, Ajax Production is currently having a promotion. Click the link down below for a free consultation, and don't forget to enjoy the show.
Just it's Afrobeats. It's just like saying rap and blues. That's not the same thing. It's
No, you're
different.
right.
But anyway, I love the fact that people are getting into it, and I love the influence that they're having. I want to see more collaborations with
Mhm.
like American artists, like Caribbean art, the whole diaspora.
Right,
That's what
diaspora,
I want to see.
yeah.
The day that the whole diaspora. I really want. This is my dream. It's like all of these top artists, not top artists, but good artists from the diaspora. They all come together and make one good old song. Just it'll be a chef kiss. So, but yeah, I
Right,
love
right.
I love Afro beats and all of it. I even start like I got into like the old school like Afro beats and all that stuff like that. So yeah, I love it. I love it,
Nah, that's
and I'm happy that more and more people are listening to it.
mm. No, that's what's up. No, me too. Honestly, I mean, even me myself, I barely listen to. I'm not gonna lie, as an African person, I barely listen to it. I need to do better, but I am very proud of where it is, where it's come from, and where it's going. As it's going. But overall, the room is getting. I think it's the biggest we're gonna get the room tonight. So I want to do like a quick clean up before we continue. This episode is sponsored by Ajax Pro LLC, which is a marketing company that helps help local businesses do social media, content creation, advertisement, things online like that. If you're interested, just DM me, contact me, and I'm your guy. Let's get back to the show. I actually want to talk about. I want to get back to the metaverse because I know everything is around the metaverse, anyways. But I just
Hmm.
wanted to know what is your projection for how do you think the metaverse will evolve in the next couple of years?
Um, It's definitely gonna be like when more people get inside the metaverse. Oh, I can't wait. Like people don't realize that we're living in the good old days now because when more people get in here, like corporations and stuff like that, it's definitely gonna be different. Just like anything with when it comes to technology, over the years it's gonna evolve. So right now, when I said earlier on the show, we're definitely the pioneers of the early stages. But in the future, I can definitely see the metaverse mirroring the real world. Like it's gonna mirror the real world. People gonna start work. Well, I mean, I think right now they working in it, like going to work in it. Once the graphics get better, like you wanna know that movie Ready Player One. That's how it's gonna be. That's exactly how it's gonna be. It's gonna be a blend of that.
Right.
In a sense.
Right. So I guess what are your thoughts on how like when Meta like fired the Meta department? That means the department that was working on the metaverse aspect of things. What did you think when you heard that? Did you hear about that?
I didn't even know about that. You tell me, you tell me stuff I didn't even know. Like,
Oh yeah, they fired their whole crew. They got a new set of
really?
people. Yeah, I mean, well, they're planning to. I mean, I was thinking because it was because of the recession, really, to save money, stuff like that. But I still find it concerning, because it's a thing of like if
It's tech. I chopped that out to being tech. All these tech jobs is just iffy.
yeah, it's just going
I
up and
mean, you see what happened to Space.
right.
All of them gone. Like in the blink of an eyeball, just gone. And RIP because Space was mine. And I like Space.
No, you're right. So as long as Horizon is still there, that means there's still a chance for this to be a thing. So let's see how it goes then.
Yeah, I'm very curious of what Horizon World has in store. What they plan on doing, because I know they're putting a lot of money and everything into Horizon Worlds. They're like we're all still in a bubble. Us like metaverse and like virtual reality people, we're in a bubble.
That's true.
It's a whole world that has not tapped into this space. So they all think Meta is just wasting money and just is wasting time, but they don't understand. They're not in our bubble, so they don't understand what we see. So I just know Meta putting they all into it, and hopefully when the rest of the world catch up, because like I said, it's gonna take a couple of years. I feel like for the world to really get on band, like jump into it. So, but it is coming. It's just gonna take some years.
That's true. No.
But that's why we're all important, because we're all the ones that are gonna be the driving force to get in people in the real world into virtual reality.
No, I see it happening. I see it happening for sure. You guys are really putting in the work, and I see the effort. I guess so. I guess what can we as a community? What can we do as a community and like companies to bring more people in? Into the space to get more, equipped, basically get people on the software apart from just marketing to them.
I mean, we have to show them what it is. Like, I feel like we have to utilize social media more and not just staying in our bubble. Like I said, we're in a bubble. So not just being in our bubble, but actually putting what we do out on like TikTok and Twitter and all that stuff, just so that people can see what it is. Because like, I see TikToks about like the whole Sims people. The Sims people, that's a whole bubble too. Like, but they put their stuff on the internet and they get millions of views. And then you have the Grand Theft Auto people. That's a whole thing. That's a whole group, a bubble too. And they put their stuff on these streaming services and all this stuff. So I say the same needs to start happening in like Horizon Worlds. Well, I know it's happening in VR chat, but all these other ones, like, you need to start advertising it on social media, and let people see what it is. That's the only way that more people are going to come into the space. They have to see what's going on.
That's true. And actually, my partner also mentioned that the problem that might be with this is because there's no content to consume.
Mm-hmm.
basically they're not making content for people to actually, or there's not enough creators to make content for people to actually stay there and
Yeah,
use.
I feel like Horizon right now, they're focusing on builders, building worlds, y'all need to push worlds out and build, which is all amazing. But you can have a gazillion worlds and nobody going to these worlds. So I feel like they need to start reaching out to the content creators in here. Like there are people that have whole like filming studios now where they're making like shows and movies. It's a lot of talk shows that that's out here. And they have good conversation. Like, and there's like a radio station. Like, shout out to Base Drop Radio. Like, they have a whole lot of radio station in the Metaverse, and they have shows every Wednesday. So, and then like you have cultural things in here. So it's just like Horizon also needs to take all that stuff and advertise that too. Like show the world what
Really
can
going on.
happen and the possibilities in here. So some people think we're just playing games like we're Mario Kart or something, but no, this is a social app. This is Web3.
Nah, for sure. And I also feel like, Meta is not promoting the entertainment aspect of the platform. Like for example, the live basketball in the arena thing. I feel like that's a what's it called? That's a what's that word? Eye catcher. When someone sees it, like, damn, actually, I could, instead of going to the game, I could actually stay at home and still see the game like I'm at the game. That could be a selling point. That's what the word I was looking for. A selling point to people outside as well. So I feel like they need to stop, instead of like promoting the future of it, promote the now of it. You get my drift?
Yeah,
I feel like we're looking into the future, and it's like it's not there yet. So we're coming in expecting the future, and it's like, nigga, no. What is happening right now? Right now, you have the TV where you can watch basketball. Promote that. Make sure the basketball games are live, and you can actually watch it on the headset. That would help boost, people's attention and going in there and things like that. I get a major company. UFC.
I agree with all of that. Like spatial. Like I said, I think I'm pronouncing that wrong. A lot of the off space people are heading over there because they can take their worlds and put it in there. Because I think spatial they just start doing Unity earlier this year. Like, so now you can build and all that stuff. So I'm starting to play around over there, and like currently it is their fashion week. They have a whole fashion week over there, and it's not just people who that use the app. No, they have big name people. They have Tommy Hilfiger over there. They have a lot of like big name people that they had a whole fashion show. Each person has a world, and they has like their clothes, and you can actually buy the clothes in there, and then you can put it on your Ready Player Me person. So it's like, and then that's another thing. I wish Horizon would adopt the Ready Player Me avatar, because with the Ready Player Me avatar, you can use that on multiple platforms. So it's like your avatar don't have to constantly change. But anyway, so yeah, Horizon definitely, the NBA thing is a good thing. I feel like Horizon, when it comes to events, was better when venues was separate. When it was separate, I just feel
choked up. It's too choky.
Yeah, I feel like when they integrated it, it's like it don't hit the same. Like I knew that if I wanted to go to an event sponsored by Meta or Horizon World, I go to venues and they have all the concerts, because people used to go to them concerts. Like that Young Thug concert, all them little concerts, people was going to them concerts. But now that it's intertwined, which I understand why they did it, but still, now that it's intertwined, it's just like,
it takes attention away from it.
When do people go to venues? I think the last time a mass amount of people went to venues was when they had the big event.
That's true. That's true. So I guess I wanted to ask: is there any new things happening in the space that we don't know of that has changed over time that stands out?
Like in the virtual space or Horizon space, like which space we talking about?
I guess you could say the virtual space and Horizon space. You can start with the virtual space generally. Then,
oh yeah,
apart from
like I said, now that spatial is like can do Unity and a lot of alt space. It's like the perfect storm. they introduced Unity, and then now like Allspace was shut down, and like all the people from Allspace, they can move their stuff over there. So I think like that app is like, keep your eye on that app. I think that app is about to take off. They're about to do some amazing stuff. I see it like in it's because I downloaded the app like when I first got my headset, but I didn't understand. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, what is this? I was so confused, but I was like, oh, it's for meetings and stuff. Well, I'm not having no meetings. So then I just pushed it to the back burner. But now, like, I'm seeing like what it really truly is. I'm like, oh, I was a fool. So yeah, spatial is definitely the next big thing. And like I said, give them a year. Give them a year. I'm because they already have big brands already in there, and now all these alt space, these creators in alt space who are amazing too. Because these creators in alt space, they did their thing too. All of them can transfer their words over there, and they know Unity and Blender. Oh, it's about to be a wrap. So I'm very excited to see where that app goes. And another good thing about that app is you don't have to be on your headset to access it. Like, I be playing with it on my phone and on my laptop too. So on them days I don't feel like wearing that heavy Oculus, I just on my phone.
No, that's a good one. Okay, so what about Horizon Worlds?
Horizon Worlds, see, I'm not a creator, so I'm not really in that bubble of like, oh, what's the newest thing in Horizon, or but I know it's a lot of, more and more people are creating like staple events inside there. Like, it's a lot of events and like people doing their thing like on an individual level, like games, giving out prizes and stuff like that. So more and more people are creating these experiences versus, at the first start of Horizon, everybody was making clubs and stuff. Now people are leaning toward, I'm noticing a trend of experiences, so which is a good thing. And it kind of circles back and ties in what we was talking about, like Horizon needs to highlight what we're actually doing in the space. So now more and more people are creating experiences, and that's what it's for. Like, that's the whole reason why I think I got on. I want to experience, give me something to experience. So I guess that's the latest thing. People are creating more experiences.
True. No, that's wow. It's a lot of information. Nah, for real though. But that's good. It seems like everybody is starting to figure out their lane in the space, and it's like Meta is still focused on the builders, and I feel like they should start to balance out the energy. But I do get why they're doing that, because at the end of the day, they need more stuff. You know what I mean? They need more stuff so that when people do come in, they can do stuff. But it's like it has to still balance out, because you need people in there to use the stuff, before it becomes, what's it called, obsolete. This person said, what's the name of the space app and how's it spelled?
Oh, let me look it up, because I can't spell worth nothing. Give me a second.
I think you said alt space, right?
No. It's spatial.
Spatial. My bad. Thanks for that question, though.
Hold up, I gotta get you the right name. I mean
I could type.
Okay, it's spelled. I hope you ready. It's spelled SPATIAL. That's how you spell it.
Yes, go download the app. Go download Spatial.
I'm telling
That's the new space.
you, download it now. When you download it, also go to Ready Player Me and create a avatar, because that avatar is what you use to like make like. That's how you create how you look. And the good thing about that avatar is you can use that same avatar on different apps like VR chat. So you got to do readyplayerme.com, and then you also got to go to Spatial and create your account. And you can create your account on your phone. You don't have to be on the headset. Like, that's another good thing about this app. You don't have to be on your headset, because sometimes that headset bad on the eyes. You can't convince me that all of us are gonna have eye problems.
It's so heavy. I mean, I'm still on the weight. Like, it's such a heavy tool.
It's like, especially right here. It's just like right here. It's just, it needs to be lightweight. Yes, you downloaded it. Yes, I'm telling you. And check out the Fashion Week. Like, it's a lot of big names in there, and there's a lot of cool outfits. And the good thing is you can buy the outfits in there. So.
Nah, for sure. Wow, look at that. We're helping people out, over here. So I appreciate that. That's really
Listen,
wonderful.
I tell people, do not stick in one
Oh, no,
ecosystem.
no.
You bought this
That's fine.
$600 plus headset just to stay on one app? No, go explore. It's called
That's
the
struggle.
Metaverse. It's called the Metaverse. You got to explore the verse. You just can't stay in Meta. You got to explore all of them. They all got something to offer.
That's,
So
that's true.
explore.
And there's gonna be new ones coming up very soon. Honestly, I feel like more people will be experimenting, to see what new things, they could do with the space. So just, keep your eye up, keep your eye open. We might be talking again a year from now and seeing what's the new update. You know what I mean?
Explore.
Um, we still have your interview from last time in the metaverse. So if you want to go watch that, you can go to Reality Hoppers on YouTube and go check that out. Public platform. And on the podcast, the audio version is also out too. So you can check that out from the last podcast. But this is going to be going out tomorrow. So stay tuned for this. And we have a new episode that dropped this morning. That's about what's called the renaissance of the Africa diaspora, stuff like that, going into the future, things like that.
We'll have
So
to check that out. I love me some
yes,
Afrofuturism
go
and stuff.
check that out. So I'm a creator for Horizon, and it would be dope to explore other apps. Yes, you should definitely check out
Yes,
other
definitely. When I say if do not stick to one app, go explore other apps. Like I feel like Horizon, people get stuck in Horizon because let's be real, Horizon has nice avatars, some of the best avatars in the space, and they get comfortable. But you have to go explore other apps. And the other apps avatars may not look as good, but the avatars don't matter because Horizon chucking a lot of money into their avatars. Some of these people are just starting up, so it's just I tell people it's not about the avatars, but it's about the people behind the avatars. So I just encourage people go to other apps. There are a lot out there. Check them out. It's a lot of games too.
For sure. For sure, for sure. One more question before we round up. So what are your thoughts on AI and ChatGPT, things like that? New technology coming up.
Ooh, we is going into the future. That's all I have to say. We're inching closer to it. It's interesting.
Have you started
Shoot,
using it?
huh?
Have you started using it?
I think I have I've been playing around just to test my limits. Like, okay, let me look this up. But it's just been very lighthearted. Like, okay, but I see people. If I was in college,
What?
all the cool stuff come out when I'm gone. But I heard that people been getting caught too. So,
I mean,
uh,
if you're willing to work a little harder, meaning like it could do the work for you. You just have to do the hard work of writing it yourself correctly, so you don't have to.
I think I read something where this guy started a whole business. The AI started his whole business. I was like, that's how you use AI. Like,
I know this.
I have it's gonna be interesting. That's all I gotta say. It's gonna be real
Uh,
interesting.
I started my business this year, like officially, to do that.
Congratulations! I love me some business owners. Like,
Hey, man.
we need a lot of black businesses out there, so that's good.
That's true. That's true. I know, but our goal is to implement AI as much as possible in all facets of the business. For example, like I have a client that I work like I post for on social media. So if you need social media posting, consistent posting on a daily basis, monthly basis, hit me up. I'm your guy. Things like that. But we basically use AI to basically come up with posts, ideas, come up with captions, come up with bios, come up with titles. It gives you all that option. It gives you variations of options where you can actually fine tune your even the topic for the podcast. I didn't think about it myself. I put it. I basically transcribed the whole podcast, the words that we said, put it into AI, transcribed it, copied the post, put it into ChatGPT, and told it to come up with the best title for me. I don't think anymore.
Now that's good and bad. I'm not gonna lie to you. The AI, I'm gonna need people to use it, but don't overdo it because we gotta use our minds and stuff. I just can see people gonna abuse AI. I can see it now.
But I'm saying that I feel like it helps you really use your mind because now you can be more creative in how you instruct it. So now you do have to use your mind even more because after a while, if you don't say it correctly or say it how you want it to be, it's gonna be generic. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So to make it specific for you, you have to really instruct it correctly. That's why prompt engineers are getting paid almost six figures I mean, not almost. They are getting paid six figures to know how to say the words you wanted to say properly, so it can get you the results you want. Things like that. So I'm learning a lot, and I'm realizing that the future is here. You know what I mean? And it's one step at a time. As we go.
One step at a time.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see AI in 5 years. I know it's gonna be crazy.
No, but you're right though. We should be careful with it, because it is something we don't understand yet. So to just
I'm gonna say y'all ain't seen the sci-fi movies. I'm basing everything on that. I'm basing everything off when the robots took over. Call me a conspiracy theorist, but seriously, if you want to.
I mean, it's already taken over. Honestly, it already took over. Let's be honest. Let's look at it. We're talking to a phone. Where you at? I don't know where you at. Where you sitting right now?
I'm in the DMV.
DMV. I'm in Houston, Texas. On one phone. I mean, this is still the phone. And now we're talking about the metaverse. That's even more closer. So, talking about technology already took over already.
Until they integrate AI with the metaverse. It's
a wrap.
Crazy.
It's a wrap.
That's gonna be crazy, and we said it first. Watch when they integrate it.
Yep.
It's gonna be crazy. I already know it.
And the funny thing is, when Mark was showing the presentation of using the AI robot to build worlds and stuff, I was confused on that, because I was like, I mean, it wasn't there yet, So, but now ChatGPT's out. Oh, it makes sense, because now it's a no-brainer. You have to put AI into the into that space so that it can help work efficiently, things like that. But yeah, what else do I wanna talk about? Do you have any questions for me?
Oh Lord! You done caught me off guard. I didn't prep. No, but just continue to do this amazing thing. I like how you take it from in the metaverse, but also the real world. It's a good mix, which I think more people should do. A mix of reality and mix of virtual reality.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you just got to see people's faces and stuff. Definitely. But I'm happy that you took your break. Because everybody needs a break. And even in the metaverse, this stuff can be a lot. So I encourage it. I take breaks all the time from the metaverse. People won't see me for a whole month. But I'm happy that you were able to do that, and you're jump starting back into getting out here. Just come on back to the metaverse for a little bit. Have some fun. It has changed. It's a little, but come on back.
I'm gonna come say hey. Here and there. I need to see some people. I have some people I need to say hi to. Check up on them and see how they're doing and see how they're growing in their business as well. So yes, definitely. I definitely would definitely check out the space again. I haven't sold my headset yet, so I still have it. It's just dead.
I have a lot of updates. I'm listening because when I was gone for a month, them updates ruined my app. So you've been gone longer than me. So
yeah,
good luck with that one.
I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna have to, while I'm charging it, start updating it so it just updates all together at the same time. But yeah, I think that's definitely it. I appreciate you for what you're doing. Continue doing your thing.
Thank you for having me.
See the effort, what I mean, and we appreciate it, and we want to see more. So keep going, don't stop. What I mean?
Most definitely. And same to you. I want to see more. Keep on going and don't stop.
For
Yeah,
sure.
I just think everybody should just keep going because, like I said, we are the pioneers of this. We're the ones that are gonna, we're creating the path of how virtual reality is gonna be.
That's true. That's true. And I'm excited. I'm excited for the future. And I'm here for it. So, I just had to. The reason I took the break was to set up the proper foundation going forward.
That's what you got to do. That's what I've been doing too, laying down because if you don't have a foundation, then it will crumble.
It would. I was giving advice to people, and I was like, dang, I haven't even structured myself up. I mean? I'm telling people, go structure your business. Make sure do your own thing too. Structure your business as well. And make sure that when you do tell them, it's like, yeah, I already did mine, so go through yours too. Make sure you're in the right position. But yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
And hopefully we can do this again. Maybe next year. Let's see how things go. Maybe make it an annual conversation.
Of course. Yeah, this could be my virtual journal.
Right.
It's a time capsule.
Right.
Right. each year. Because I think we on talked last year in virtual reality. So now this one. So
Because I mean, next year maybe I might have a studio, so maybe you could fly out to Houston and have a
listen,
little.
I'm always in Houston.
Say less, say less, say
Listen,
less.
if only I would have virtual reality in 2021, I would stay in Houston the whole summer.
Oh wow.
Like I love me some Houston. So
I mean, Houston is jumping. I think Houston is up next, so stay tuned to Houston. Houston's coming up. We'll come in with it.
Houston been up. Houston been up.
He says it's been it's gonna be.
It's been up. It's been up. I love me some Houston. Like
I
that
think
is
it's gonna be big, though. Yeah.
that is my place right there.
Right. Well, I'm your host, Eniola Ajax, and we are out. Thank you so much.
Bye.
I'll text you.
Okay.